All right, okay, we're back. Hopefully, you all won't even have noticed anything just happened. But on the off chance you do, it's good. So, as you all were looking into it, you do not know much about the clan of assassins as they are mysterious, but you do know that some of them have a, let's say, habit of drinking kindred vitae.
Listen, I just don't know if it's like the best idea for us to just be going around blood swapping all over the place, unless because last night was bad, right? Like last night was real bad. So I get it. Sometimes desperate times, desperate measures. It's fine, but just if we're cool, then maybe not. I don't know. You guys do you. I'm not your mother's. You guys want to do that? That's fine.
That was never my intention. You know that, Tansy. I just rub on the rats from time to time. But for some reason, rats wasn't good enough at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just not what you're looking for.
I got this idea. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna help me hunt a little bit easier. But I need the right materials. I need the right supplies. But we ain't exactly got all that around here. Maybe Sebastian could hook us up. He rich, you know. You scumbag, I told you.
Well, what? I mean, yeah, I guess we'll go ask Sebastian.
Will Sebastian be here at this time since like nightfall just occurred? Because I know Sebastian stays in a separate abode.
I can't remember Sebastian. Well, Sebastian was with us last night, right? Before, because Sebastian.
They were, yes. But
Okay,
okay,
Sebastian
Sebastian, would
never went
you
home.
have stayed with them, or would you have gone back to your other place, your other abode?
Good question.
No, Sebastian is dead.
Oh no.
Sebastian.
He was told to stay put. He's gonna stay put.
Hey, Sebastian.
So he's chilling out on Tansy's couch, reading the same magazine he always reads when he's over there because there's nothing new.
Hey, Sebastian, how much money you got, man?
On me?
In general, you know what I'm saying? I know you hood rich. You got the nice little vintage cars. You know what I'm saying? You be pulling up on people, be like, yo, what's good? Let me get some of that blood. You know what I'm saying? So how much money you got?
Enough?
That don't fly, homie. I got good grades in mathematics.
Well, I can't buy you a jet if that's what you're asking.
I don't know. We lived for a long time, right? You might have accumulated some funds. You got a little private jet.
I'm not that old.
How am I supposed to know that, man? I'm new to this.
Okay, I'm like, he like pauses and tries to do math in his head. Trying to figure out how old he is. He's like, it's roughly I should be about 60, but I'm not.
You look good for a 60-year-old, man.
Thank you. Well, it depends on what you need.
I'm gonna need some peanut butter. I'm gonna need some ammonia, and I'm gonna need some bait.
You see, he takes out his wallet and hands you $60.
Walt definitely grins and then just throws it in his pocket.
That should cover it. I'm not exactly sure on how much peanut butter or ammonia cost. I haven't been in a grocery store in 20 years.
Yeah, the prices is crazy, man. You know about inflation.
Yeah, I know about inflation. That should cover it. If you need more, let me. Well, actually, I'm gonna have to get more, but that involves leaving, and I'm not supposed to leave. But yeah, let me know. Let me know.
Next time we step out, I got you covered. You know what I'm saying? If you ever need something from me, I can hook you up.
I will keep that in mind, Walt. Why exactly do you need peanut butter and ammonia, and what are you doing?
Making the ultimate rat bait, of course.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I will not be around that. They don't like me at all.
I mean, I heard the stories or whatever. I thought you did pretty good. You found that real big one for me.
It also bit the heck out of my hand.
Was it a vampire too?
No, it was just very unhappy with me. So preferably I would not want to be around anything fluffy, small, and scurrying.
You can see Walt is taking mental notes.
So you're saying if I need any components for any of this stuff I can do, I got to stay away from you.
I mean, as long as when you're like deploying your special rat catching device, maybe don't let me be nearby it. It might scare them off, but like if you need like items for it, definitely just ask me.
Well, sometimes I got to catch the occasional spider. You know what I'm saying? So I can do that thing when I crawl the walls. Right? I can do that. You know, like Spider-Man. You didn't see that show, right?
For the record, that is SPYDERMAYNE. I'm on the. I'm
Was
on
that
the.
was that Spider-Man from the South Side? The Chicago Spider-Man.
Yeah, man. You know, everybody know about that. Jill Kirby and Stain Lee, man. You know they made that comic, man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the guy who occasionally climbs, the Statue of Liberty.
That's him. That's him. He just be switching up his mask time to time, you know.
I heard he was friends with the pun-isher who likes to make bad jokes.
Yeah, man, you know, sometimes their sense of humor don't always mix.
Mm.
I'm gonna go see what Tansy's up to. I'm gonna see if she can't get me a new magazine or a book. I can't. This one, I really don't need to read another makeup tutorial again.
Might help us out. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna get you some real thick makeup.
Yep, we don't need to rouse the blood. We just need lots of foundation.
Eyeliner can solve all of your problems. Promise.
They get dressed up like old school English politicians with the white powdered wigs.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna walk in, have a big machine that goes poof.
Well, as Sebastian leaves to go and find Tansy. Tansy, what are you doing?
Tansy is absolutely in her little back workspace, working on not mining. Mining isn't the right word. Sourcing materials for like some new jewelry from a lot of the rat carcasses that Walt has been leaving around. So, just kind of taking them apart, saving maybe the claws, a couple of paws, maybe like intact, and trying to get the skulls and the rib cages, especially mostly the bones. She's not quite as interested in more of the decayable materials. But so, gathering those and kind of putting them in little jars so that she can make jewelry out of them later.
Oh, sure. That's normal. Roll with me intelligence and craft.
All right, and I do so. Here are my intelligence with my hunger die. Now I did. So technically, I only have one in craft, but I did give myself the skill jewelry making. So does that get? So do I get to add an extra to that?
Yes, if it's in the craft specialty,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say no. You're not making the jewelry now. You're collecting the pieces for jewelry later.
Absolutely fair. One success.
You managed to get a few of them. The majority get broken in the process, but you're able to get, let's say, three solid pieces that you can use.
Cool. 3 pieces of rat bones.
Nifty.
Um,
All right, then, Sebastian, you walk in on that.
what you doing? You want to help?
Y- no, I'm very clumsy. I would absolutely wreck the lovely piece that you are making. Uh, I was just coming to see if maybe you could order me something off of Amazon or like Barnes and Noble. Can we get more books?
I have books. What do you want to read? Whip out my phone. I can get. Do you want like romance novels? Oh look. Oh, yeah. You're probably not. You're not interested in like the Kindle free, huh? Where they have like you can get like a bunch of older books, like like stuff that's like lost the copyright. You can read like Dracula or like some of the Jane Austen stuff. Jane Austen. That's you gotta have a computer, huh?
Yeah, I can't use that. It doesn't recognize my hand.
Yeah, I always forget. I keep trying to text you, and then like Anusha has to remind me that I can't text you, and it's really inconvenient. We got to figure out a way where you're not here. But anyway, yes. What do you want me to What do you want? What do you like?
Really anything will do. I've read this magazine 10 times.
It's so good. The makeup tips, top tier.
I think I could actually do really good eyeliner now. Well, I can't because I can't see myself in the mirror. But I could do a good attempt at it.
Yeah, you know what? We should practice on each other. It'll
Oh.
be fun. While we're all stuck in here, we should have like a sleepover. We should do makeup, do each other's hair. It'll be so much fun. I
Oh.
have this excellent idea for a manicure I've been wanting to try out.
Okay.
Do you think Walt?
Okay.
I bet Walt would let me do his nails. Do you want to see if Walt would let me do his nails?
Yes, I would actually love to see.
Okay. I'm getting distracted. Tansy washes her hands. Okay, first, gotta get your book. Then we're gonna see how far we can like push this thing I got going with Walt. And let me put on makeup on him in addition to the manicure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Let's do that. Do you think maybe using it against Walt's a little mean?
I mean, I'm not causing permanent damage. I'm not asking him to do anything that's gonna hurt himself or anybody else. And it could be a fun bonding experience.
Those are all valid points. Okay. Sure. Why not? Let's do this. Book wise, I'm not picky. Something off the top 10, maybe something current.
Something like Pounded by the Pound.
Yeah, I'm going to look up get like the top couple books that don't have the weird little like note by them that they've been bulk bought, things that look like actual decent novels and not nonfiction terrible memoirs or whatever. Add those to my cart. Oh, here's the problem. I don't really get things shipped here. Do you have like an address I could ship them to?
Yeah. He'll give her an address.
All right, I'll put that in and save it so I don't forget.
Okay.
Oh, here. Let me pay. I've got cash, so let me. I'll give you however much it is.
I probably just bought $50 worth of books, so
Okay.
what's that? Probably 3-4 books. Inflation.
Exactly, and inflation. It was what Walt was saying about peanut butter. He does pull out like another $60 and hands it off.
Tansy like tucks it into her shirt, and okay, yeah, but let's go tell Anusha what we're going to do makeovers.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do this. Let's go.
Link my arm with Sebastian, and I head back out. Hey guys, I know that we're stuck here, right? And it's kind of boring and kind of awful, but I had a great idea. Makeovers. Sebastian wants to try out some of the eyeliner tips he's been reading about, and I would love Walt to give you a manicure. What do you think?
I mean, I know how to do a little something back in medical school, but I don't know about them cosmetic kinds of manicures. You mean I know how to prepare 'em for surgery, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, clean hands, very important, but just trimming up the cuticles and maybe something nice, classy, nothing too ostentatious or getting in the way of your work. Anush, what about you?
I think Walt would look great in eyeliner.
Everyone looks better in eyeliner.
I wasn't against the makeup. It'll actually help me travel outside, you know what I'm saying?
But I wonder if he wouldn't look better with some lip liner too.
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
I mean, you would look great in eyeliner too. You would be so imposing and mysterious.
Well, that's one of my best traits is being not very unique.
I mean,
everybody's just going to start saying, some goth hit me over the head and
Exactly.
hit me.
yeah, some goth hit you over the head. Some goth.
Yeah, make me look like one of them goth kids, man. You know about that back in high school, man. Hit me with the all black everything, you know what I'm saying, Tansy?
Exactly.
Let's start with Walt and see how he looks.
Let's go. Let's go.
Tansy literally skips back to the space that she has kind of isolated off. She's got like one of those like folding screen things that separates like the living room from the bedroom, because it's a mausoleum, right? There's not like, a lot of separate rooms here. So Skipper's behind there and drags out 2 gigantic makeup cases.
I didn't know you had all of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, sure, I'm gonna look like this forever, but it takes work to look like this forever.
Nah, Tansy, you just wake up that beautiful every day.
Oh, just what to say to get right to my heart.
I mean, if it worked once, it can work again, you know what I'm saying?
Perhaps Tansy could help you with your hunger problem.
Walt's gotten smart. He's not that bonded to you.
Nice try, seriously. We're just gonna start with this little makeover and then see where we go from here, you know what I'm saying? And you next.
Yeah. We'll see. No telling what kind of emergencies may arise.
Walt isn't giddy, but he's definitely excited. You can tell.
First, you need to shower the homeless off of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's get the
Can
fire
I
hose.
have everyone make me a wits awareness roll, please?
Oh, who's sneaking up? Hey, I heard they doing makeovers in there, man.
How dare they interrupt coterie bonding?
Right. What's the... Oh, never mind.
Oh,
You said perception awareness?
Wits.
What's awareness?
Wits awareness.
Okay.
2 successes. I don't see shit.
That's 7 with a crit.
Damn.
11 with a crit.
Absolutely
There it is.
nothing. Dice. Jail.
Thankfully, Anash, you rolled at least 1 success, so it is not a bestial failure.
2 successes then.
It's true, because there was that 1 in the hunger dice. It's like,
Alright, so the only person who notices anything actually is Sebastian. You notice it happened twice. The first time you kind of ignored it as a trick of the light, but you're pretty confident that one of the shadows in the room moved for just a moment, unnaturally.
And activate Oblivion Sight.
Ooh, I don't think Oblivion Sight will let you see this, but let me double check. I've not used the Sombra in quite some time.
wonder what a bestial failure on that wits awareness roll would have been like, with the hunger dice. You just wind up going blind temporarily. It's like, oh god, I can't see.
We'll just make this a composed contest here. Give me another Wits Awareness roll.
Eh.
You got this.
4 successes.
Nice.
Those threes.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna have him spend some willpower on this. That boosts him up to 7 successes. You don't see anything.
Gonna pause. Look around. And he's just gonna then is activate heightened senses for smell.
You can smell the kind of damp dirt around you. You get that kind of small minor chemical smell from some of the things that Walt has been working on previously, and you can have that. You can definitely get that kind of dirty fur smell from the various animals that have been hunted here. But other than that, nothing you wouldn't expect to smell.
He's gonna turn off heightened senses and just go, I think we're not alone, but I can't quite tell. Tansy, do you have more lights in this place?
Not like really. I think I have like some candles somewhere. I can go look. Or no, I have some flashlights. I have flashlights.
No, that could work.
I have like one like little plasticky cheap flashlight that it functions, but it's not, anything super special or high end or anything. If that's okay.
Do you have any glitter?
That is, I would say, as long as you have at least 1 dot of resources, that's within something you could have purchased.
No.
I figured Tansy might be the glittery type.
No, there's absolutely glitter inside the makeup cases. Actually, I do not have a dot in resources right now. I was going to buy one, but I haven't done that yet. So nope.
Failed
No, actually,
to
no,
procure such
I
objects.
don't have a flashlight. I'm sorry.
We had some glitter.
What do you want to use my glitter for? That was expensive.
Sebastian thinks somebody's here.
I mean,
They're a little hard to see.
I thought I saw a shadow move, but I can't quite exactly decide if it was or if it was just a trick.
What are you playing with shadows again, Sebastian?
Not in Tansy's house.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe somebody else just wants a makeover, man. You ever think of that?
You know, maybe they can
I'll-
come out and join the party if they want.
I can braid your hair.
What if they don't have hair?
We can adjust your do-rag, man.
Sebastian, can I have you roll me your dexterity and wits, please?
Ooh, that's actually a good pool for him.
Sebastian's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, now the dice aren't kind. Willpower spending. Much better. 6 with a crit.
This is something.
5 with a crit. 5, yeah, from 5 without a crit, actually. You can see now that some of the shadows begin to coalesce underneath you, but you are quick enough to move if you so choose.
Yeah, he's moving.
What's going on, Sebastian? You seem spooked.
Yeah. He activating. He just left Oblivion side on, so he's like looking around more.
If you look around, all of the shadows seem to be equally ominous to you. They definitely don't feel natural.
What's going on, man?
Where's our friend?
Is this something that may have happened before? Would he have a hint on who this might be?
It does seem familiar because it is equally as fear and anxiety producing as it was the first time you experienced it. And you are pretty confident that it is your sire who is intentionally stroking fear in you as a response to see how you properly behave. And you know that you are so far not doing very well.
You do realize that the Camarilla has a tradition about domain.
Yeah, this is like that was. I mean that's like the whole problem that we got into earlier was the whole domain thing, and at the very least, like this is my house.
What's a Camarilla? That's some kind of fancy beverage that vampires can drink?
I mean, you can drink them.
Nah, seriously, I'm talking about you pour it up in a glass. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about, from the vein or nothing. I know about that much.
I mean, you can pour it in a glass. Nothing's
How that work? Can you make money off it?
Probably, yeah. Right people.
Walt gets a
As
mischievous
you
look on his
all-
face.
As you all are talking, you see the shadows begin, and all of you can see this now as the shadows begin to coalesce and form almost a humanoid figure. Before you see, Sebastian, this 2D image shifts into a 3D image, and a person begins to almost step forward. And you all see this kind of older man, looks to be maybe in his late 30s, maybe early 40s, with a pair of kind of wider rimmed glasses and a dark black suit steps forward. Since when did a keeper rely on the laws of the Camarilla for their protection?
We are in Camarilla territory, and I would hate for the sheriff to find out.
This domain, the last time I checked, was a communal agreement with the Clan of Death and the Tower, making it a bit more complicated.
Is that what
And from
this
what
is, man?
I've heard, neither of your organizations are too thrilled with cleaning up a few messes recently.
Hi, this is my house. Who are you?
Out of respect for your sire, I will dying to answer your question. You may refer to me as Ezra.
So, Mr. Ezra, thank you for coming. I really wish you would have not. I think both of our clans and the rules of my sire and my people and the rules of the Camarilla and the domain would have a knock would have been nice. You interrupted our slumber party.
I am terribly sorry. However, I am here on official business. I convinced the would-be sheriff of the city to allow me to take care of this in her stand, since it appears my childer was responsible, at least partially. I'm told you all are responsible for both a dead person and a police station that was burned down tragically.
Whole thing burned down? Huh.
I take responsibility for the dead person and partial responsibility for the police station.
Are either of those things really tragedies, though?
I mean, wildfires happen everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's tragic you all were unable to clean up your mess well enough to not be caught in the first place.
So what, you giving lessons or something, man?
No. You all collectively owe boon to the prince of the city, and I have cleared this with the head of the family in the area, and it has been determined that you all will repay this boon quickly. We have received a tip from some creature that the Sabbat had a base of operations near here. The four of you will go and check it out. And if there are any people still residing in there, you are to ensure that they do not continue to exist. A failure to do this will not be tolerated. Is that understood?
Nah, man, that don't make no sense at all.
So the prince wants us to go handle possible Sabbat.
I mean, I know what that
believe
means
I
in
was
religious
quite
sense.
Sheriff who is in charge
I
of.
do believe I was quite clear when I stated it. Yes.
But you just said we screw ups though, right?
Yes.
So why you gonna trust screw ups to get a job done unless you don't want that job done? You know what I'm saying? That's bad business.
It's very
Be
simple.
clear,
Walt.
we don't care much for whoever you are, but Tansy and Sebastian are kindred of note, or at least they should be. And while Nosh is potentially connected to the court of the city, so the three of you are expected to make yourselves useful. I don't particularly care what happens to this one.
It's all good, man. I get that a lot, man. I can still braid your hair if you want me to hook you up. You know what I'm saying? I learned something from my roommate.
Listen, Walt, it's simple. There's a problem, and we're a problem too. So we can either solve this problem, or if we die, that's just another problem that gets solved. I mean, it would be unfortunate, but, it's a win-win for them.
So I guess we're the bigger problem based on that logic. You know what I'm saying?
Not if we take care of the Sabbat.
So that means they think we powerful. They think we can take care of
Hmm.
It's more like taking care of two problems with one stone.
Yeah, killing two rats with one stone.
All right. I mean, I'm just saying, I get the logic, but not quite. I know what to do. I just don't understand why they having us do it. This seems like they're cutting us a good deal. But as you know, sometimes you gotta look at the other side of the crack brick.
Well, if we do manage to pull it off, that will be good for you as well.
Really,
Your
really?
debts will be forgiven. The sheriff
I
is
mean,
not
are we
very
talking about my dad?
happy. The sheriff is not very happy about losing their connections with the local police department. And she is not exactly known for being reasonable with mistakes. So you will not be getting a second opportunity should you destroy this one. And I can assure you, Sebastian, there will be no second opportunities for you.
I feel like going to deal with the Sabat is a no-win situation anyhow.
There are no no-win situations for a keeper. You either fail and die, or you succeed and prove yourself worthy of the blood in your veins. Or it returns to someone more worthy than you are. Either way, we grow stronger.
Of course.
Listen, Sebastian, we'll get some toys. We will go check it out, and maybe there'll be another fire. Who knows?
I thought we were supposed to be laying low.
I mean, we're gonna lay some other people low real quick.
Does Renato know about this?
Who? What? I couldn't
Say
hear.
that again, Tansy?
I'm asking Ezra directly. Did Renato okay this? Does he know about this?
No, Renato did not okay anything. They're also not in charge in this area, though I know you like to treat him as if he were. I've already okayed it with the head of the family here.
Well, I was told to lay low by my sire because of all of this mess, and now you're having me go against him. And I just don't
If
think that.
you all are unable to keep yourselves from being noticed by mortals, then perhaps you were not worthy of the blood in the first place. I do not have time to stand here and to answer the questions of children. You have received your instructions. Whether or not you follow them will be the problems of your respective sires and organizations. And as he says that, you watch as the shadows begin to stick to him, almost as if they were made out of this kind of dark gel substance. And as they kind of cover him completely, the entire mass disappears, sinking down into the dirt. And you all are left alone.
You know, Tansy, there's a silver lining here. Perhaps we can also kill another 2 rats with 1 stone. You can work your makeup magic on Walt, and we can, maybe get him to be an inside man. The Sabat will probably think he's one of them if he is, dressed up well enough.
I don't know nothing about them. Is that like a gang in town or something?
Walt,
What's up, Tansy?
how would you feel about being the advanced scout?
I mean, you're not gonna talk my way in and out of just about anything. It's just I don't know who these folks is.
I mean, they're like us, mostly.
What you hide from me, Tansy?
Sebastian, do you want to take this one?
I mean,
I'll have a better chance of them believing me than Walt.
Then Cracky McCrackbrick.
Yeah.
Y'all acting like y'all ain't never seen a crack break. Y'all crazy.
I mean, depending on the Sabbat, I mean, they're involved in everything, you know.
Oh, so they got connections.
They're connected to things. That's true. Yes, but usually not good things.
I mean, we ain't exactly good no more.
But I'm compared to us.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
But that's up to Tansy, you know. As with Tansy being your new sire,
I don't want to be a mother. Listen, like this is not the thing that I wanted. I think we kind of have to go. Ezra seemed, sorry, Sebastian, but Ezra seemed a little scary, and if he's making deals with people like way up in my family, oh, I wonder if he's lying. I take up my phone and text Renato real quick, going, "Did you hear anything about this dude going around telling people that I owed favors?" Question mark.
A few moments later, you get a response back. Yes, I'm aware. Can't talk over phones. Take care of it quickly.
Look back at everyone. Apparently it's legit. Gotta do it.
Sebastian, do you know anything about this place that your sire mentioned?
Do I know anything about this place that my sire mentioned?
Yes, you do know it is in the kind of the former industrial area of the city, an area referred to as Steelyard.
Y'all
And you
going to
know
steal
that,
your comments.
yes,
Yeah.
you know that there have been stories or rumors that Sabat packs have been there in the past, but they have so far never been important enough to actually check out. It's always just been, some random young kindred just telling someone else that they heard from somebody else that there was something there. So if you're actually being told to check it out, there may have been something more concrete since then.
Yeah, it's the steel yard area.
Oh, that means we can stop by Walmart.
Why do you need a gas can?
I'm gonna need more than that, Sass. Gotta stack up on supplies so I can do my thing, so we can all do our thing better. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. What do you have in mind?
You see Walt just pull out like a piece of folded paper where he has written down several things he wants to shop for.
All right, so here's the thing, mate.
And he's saying that as he's like packing up his Bunsen burner and everything, getting ready to go, and just rattling off the list of things he wants. Ree, is there some sort of like roll I can make to see if Walt has made anything that could be of assistance? Because he was
Roll
working
an
on his chemistry set in the
intelligence
beginning.
and science.
Yay! Okay, let me see here.
And what would you have wanted to make?
Let's go with like a little acid bomb. Something with a decent amount of corrosion to it.
Okay. All right.
Rolling.
Let's see what you get.
Okay, 3 successes.
I would say you've made enough for one. It would do to Kindred, I would say it would do about 2 lethal damage.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, anybody want this acid bomb, or should I hold on to it?
Interesting. Some interesting skills, Walt. I think you should hold on to it. It might come in handy.
I'm gonna tell you, man, I got skills and I can do more if I just have more supplies.
Sebastian, do you have? We know you're a person of means. Do you have access to any special weapons that may be more effective if we're going Sabat hunting? Maybe something incendiary?
Not big on guns.
Well, maybe guns, if you prefer bombs.
I prefer knives.
Me too. Me too.
I'll take a shank.
I mean, I only have the one on me.
Me too. And he puts his sword away.
Y'all tell me y'all ain't never made no shanks?
Not for a
No.
very long time.
Now don't worry about it. We can pick a little something on the way there and I can hook y'all up.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed this yet. Well, but our kind aren't particularly fond of fire. So
No, I didn't notice that much.
well, I mean, hopefully you never have to experience it yourself. Much like humans, being lit on fire is not fun.
Oh, but that ain't no thing. We can just get some, some little motor oil, a little something. Get some kerosene, make everything go boom. Bug spray works real good for that, you know what I'm saying? Miniature flamethrower on a can.
And Walt's like dead serious. Like you can tell Walt has the knowledge.
Glad you told me that, Sheriff, and now I know what to get.
Well, it'll help you against. Well, might help you. You mess it up, and you might make people more angry. Also, try not to light yourself on fire.
Why is that, man?
Because it would hurt.
I mean, it would hurt just like any other person, but is there like a special reason?
It hurts more.
Got it.
It's going to hurt a lot more. I tend to stray away from fiery weapons and explosives because they're not very discreet. But I mean, who knows what we might have to deal with here? So might have to make things go boom. If it's I don't know, maybe there might be something there. But
Jail, man. Guess we gotta be ready for anything.
yeah, it's okay, Sebastian. If you don't have anything, it's fine. I don't think we really have time to go procure it anyway. I guess I'll just have to make do with our tools at present. What do we want to use to get over there, I guess? Probably don't want to drive up in a fancy car. Anybody got a Winnebago?
No.
I ain't got no car, man. I got once.
Would you like to go now, Sebastian? Do you feel like you need to do any preparation?
Bastion's dead.
I just have it's just rattled me seeing him. It's fine. I mean, I just have my car. I don't really have anything big.
We could Uber.
Good. We could Uber somewhere nearby and then, I suppose, walk in.
Well, what about when we need to come back? We're gonna wait for another Uber?
We'll figure something out if we come back.
I guess we're still in the car.
I think the term is hot wiring.
I know about hot wiring, man. I ain't that good at it. I know about it.
We're just borrowing, We'll bring it back. Also, I feel like maybe the police are kind of busy right now, so maybe they're not really going to notice if we borrow a vehicle?
Y'all must have never been to Steelyard.
I have not.
No, is it nice?
It's nice for me. Maybe not so nice for you. You know what I'm saying?
So sensible issues then.
Yeah. Let's go with that, Tansy.
Okay.
Yo, if anybody lives in Steelyard, I'm sorry.
All right, so it appears you all wish to try stealing a vehicle. Is that correct?
I have no. I would be. I feel like we may be much better off just Ubering over there. But yeah, if somebody has the skills to pay the bills and wants to try and hotwire a car, I mean, go for it.
So I mean, we can just Uber there. Like we should probably like get there discreetly.
Do
Yeah.
you all rouse the blood to give your bodies the payload of a human being?
All right.
Yes, an 8. Big dog.
We're good.
You succeed. Success.
I'm
Yay.
keeping this blood die separately because it's being kind.
Yeah, I apparently am fine.
We did it.
All
I
right.
am blushing.
As you all feel your hearts begin to beat and the blood beginning to circulate properly, your skin warms. And when you call the Uber, do you have is it your own personal like account you're using, or do you have like a separate account for yourself?
I feel like all right. I have 1 dot in technology. Would I be smart enough to know that creating like a sock puppet account for this Uber ride is probably the better choice?
With one, you would I would say you could probably get away with just having a second account. There wouldn't be any actual other protection or anything. But you would be smart enough to have an account that doesn't say Tansy on it. Sure.
At one point of technology, you think protecting your phone means putting a condom over it.
All right. But you all do
Maybe
call it
that's
a
what we can tell
Uber.
Bastion to be able to use a phone.
Yo,
So
that
the Uber
works.
arrives, and the person driving seems to be a man, maybe in his late 30s, kind of a larger build, and he's just kind of sitting there waiting on you all. And kind of a 4-door sedan, so either one of you would have to sit up front, or you don't have to kind of cram in the back.
The Uber appears and I immediately get in the back. I do not want to sit in the front. I am
What's your
not
perception?
confident in my ability
Sebastian?
to be normal enough, or not feel weird.
Actually,
Perception
you know
for
what?
what?
I don't know. Your ability, like your wits awareness. Actually, you know what? I should probably go in the front. He's more likely to forget me.
Yes.
I believe
we'll all go
some
in
of
the back.
you have obvious predator. Is that correct? Wonderful. Does anyone else have any other flaws of that nature that would make you unsettling to mortals?
Walt's
I am
curious.
just very pretty, and animals hate me.
I
Okay.
I have eerie presence.
Oh dear.
But that's only if it's only really noticeable if I smile, or I guess in the dark it's more noticeable because my teeth
Well,
glow.
we'll say for this, Tansy, roll me 4 dice, and you want at least 2 successes, or this person will not agree to do this ride.
Oh dear.
Oh, thank God! 2 successes, a 7 and 8, and then 2 twos.
Pull the driver out of the car.
This gentleman clearly needs the money, but y'all can see as Tansy gets in, he kind of grips the steering wheel with a bit more pressure. But you all are off. Is there any conversations you wish to have as you're traveling?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at the driver and say, "Relax, friend. We're gonna have a good drive."
Walt knows better. He just chilling.
And I'm gonna smile at him.
Roll charisma persuasion, but subtract 2 dice from the pool.
Oh, that's so that would be -1 dice.
You always get to roll 1 dice. Always get to roll 1 dice. Jeez, you put nothing in persuasion at all. So
Well,
you at least you
Fail.
didn't roll 1.
It's
You
true.
try to kind of be reassuring, but it seems to just make him kind of stiffen and tighten his grip on the steering wheel more. But you all are making your way closer, and you can definitely see at this point you all are definitely speeding. So I'm gonna roll a D100 to see if anyone noticed that you're kind of speeding.
everybody
And
noticed,
you
huh?
all, I know you're good. And as you all are descending along the freeway and reaching the kind of the more shopping area of this place, he unceremoniously lets you all out in front of a grocery store. We'll say. I don't remember if you can say like store names on the internet and not get sued. So we'll just go with this generic store.
It's Wiggly Piggly.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
And as you all are left outside the car, he pulls off pretty much immediately. It is almost enough to knock Sebastian off balance as they're getting out of the car. And then you all are left alone in the night. What would you like
Do you
to
think
do?
it's something I said?
I was gonna erase his memory.
I'm gonna just go
Oh.
shopping, man.
What? Are you
Are we
hungry?
planning on getting? I know that like you wanted peanut butter, and
No, I'm gonna get me some bug spray. You know what I'm saying? Get me a little bit later. You know.
oh, that doesn't sound good.
You know, I'm just gonna let him do it. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're it's all good.
It might come in handy. That's all I'm saying, man.
I just, well, darling, fire bad.
I use fire all the time. You know, I got my little Bunsen burner.
I know, but I don't think fire's a good choice. Maybe, what about a nice set of like kitchen knives?
I mean, I'm gonna need more than $60.
I bet we can get like at least a chef's knife or something like that here for way less than that.
I mean, them things ain't stabby enough. You get them out of a place like this, you gotta go to a specialty place for something like that. And I prefer a scalpel anyway. You know what I'm saying? They don't got those here.
Okay, if you're gonna use the fire, just make sure I'm like not near you. Okay? I don't.
Yeah, Walt's going in. He'll get bug spray, lighter, probably cheap chef knife. Call it a day.
Okay. I don't believe you have any negative things for interacting with mortals, so you will. It takes you a bit of time. We'll say 15 minutes, but you're in and out. You have everything you wanted to get.
Yep.
Now he's walking with a bag full of bug spray cans, going clank, clank, clank. clank
It ain't
clank.
full of it. He's got one. He's got one. He's got a long nose lighter.
Smart.
I will say
Smart.
any regularly purchased knives, basically any knife not purchased from like a sporting goods place, would be considered a light piercing item.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Perfect for Walt. You act like he's strong.
All right.
Can
Then you
I
have-
like pull out some of the money that Sebastian gave me earlier and hand Walt like a 20 and get a chef's knife as well? And have Walt buy it for me since I'm not good with people.
Yes, why didn't you tell
That's
me
fine.
before I went in the store?
There wasn't a good time to interrupt the flow of the conversation.
You're lucky you cute.
It's like my best coffee.
Walt just makes a 180 and goes back in the store like every
Sure. You are
fit to be
able
tied
go
spouse
ahead
in the
and
history of
get
ever.
You're able to get another set of knives. So we'll say together you all have a total of 6 knives total, because you don't really buy knives so well.
Well,
I guess
While
you
he's in
could.
shopping again, Anush is just going to look over at Sebastian. They're kind of standing around, calmly waiting. So, how badly do you think we are going to die tonight?
I would be surprised if we get more than 10 steps inside that place.
He can go first.
Terrible, but I love it. Walt goes back with the knives.
Pansy, get the eyeliner.
All right.
Walt's gonna look like a damn
Once
clown
you,
walking.
And once you all are confident in your blades, how would you like to proceed? You do know that in this area there is kind of a section that is a group of kind of kind of like a shopping district, so to speak. And then across from it there are a string of warehouses and factories and things like that. And then there's a forested area that is also nearby as well. How would you like to begin your search?
Well, I'd like to begin my search by poofing. So
How's the plan?
I'm gonna use unseen passage. Yeah.
Going as quietly as possible.
Success.
All right. You
On
managed to hold
the
off the beast.
on the buildings or anything like that, are there any interesting pieces of graffiti or markings or anything that would stand out? And if such a thing did exist, would I know what to look for?
First, roll me an intelligence and a cult roll. You will see if you would know.
Yeah, and I'm gonna activate Auspex heightened senses for
Oh Lord.
hearing.
I take a picture of this for exactly how like absolutely atrocious this is. 0 successes. I know absolutely nothing.
You don't know.
Like 10 ones.
Oh no.
No, it is a 3, 2 3s, 2 2s, and 2 4s.
Wow.
It's exceptionally
Bad.
good.
Bond.
Yeah. It's
At
bad,
least there's
but
no
they're not ones.
but it's not great, fam.
It's good, but it's not great.
It's better than the absolute worst case scenario. So, yeah. Yeah, I know
All right.
nothing.
What about everyone else? How would you like to proceed? I know that Sebastian wants to be careful, but that is unfortunately not specific enough.
He wants to be stealthy, at least attempting stealth, with his heightened senses and oblivion sight on.
Sure. Neither of those need a rouse check, so that's fine. Currently, you're kind of standing just generally at the moment, so you aren't really hiding. If you want to stealthily stand, I suppose you can do so without rolling.
When he moves, we are
Sure.
stealthily
When an
stealthy.
appropriate chance for stealth comes up, I will let you roll dexterity and stealth.
Well, just like, well, where we going, mate?
I don't know. Well, I guess it needs to be said, but of course, Silence of Death is on as well. But Anush usually just has Silence of Death on, kind of like at all times, which kind of gives people an eerie sense about him because he has a tendency of just kind of sneaking up on them without them realizing it because they don't hear anything. Just like bloop. Hello, Walt.
Man, you can't do that when I'm handling chemicals, man.
The Walt is as completely ignorant as he is, just like, well, where we supposed to be going, man?
Hey, where'd Anush go?
Walt just says it into the ether because he assumes his friends are around.
They gotta be around here somewhere. Just can't see anybody.
We just picking a direction and walking in it.
I don't know. What are you guys doing? I was planning on moving in towards kind of the area, kind of like moving in quietly and trying to see what I could see, see if I can spot anyone or thing that looks kind of out of place, that might indicate whether that might indicate some sort of like active group of people or things being here.
Okay. Roll wits and investigation.
Walter's also been an aspect site. Heightened senses, he's got it.
Something. Okay.
Three successes.
So as you kind of check around, you're pretty confident that there isn't any sign of kindred activity in general in this area that you're in, where the shopping center is. And you do begin to pick up smaller signs of maybe kindred activity. There are some areas where you can see it looks like there was a kind of a larger like claw mark into kind of a stop sign. That at first glance kind of looks like it was left by an animal, but you look at it and you can see that the scratch itself seems to have been cut at an angle that doesn't seem likely for an animal. And then as you check around, kind of heading closer to the more industrial section, you find other signs of kindred activity. Animals that seem to behave oddly to you. They don't seem to be afraid of people in general. They just seems to be kind of watching. But that's what you find.
Okay. Well, obviously trying to remain unseen and keep moving forward, and and looking and listening, trying to find something.
Okay. At this point, you will be reaching one of the kind of larger factories in the back, and you do believe you are you are too far from your coterie for you to alert them quickly. Should you need to, do you wish to proceed?
Well, I might hang tight and wait for them to catch up a little bit, or at least the visible one to catch up a little bit, and just kind of like go off to get off to the side or something somewhere. It's a little bit you know less, not just standing out in the open going, I'm invisible, can you see me?
Okay. In that case, the other three, what would you like to be doing? I know that Sebastian wants to be stealthy, so you can roll a dexterity stealth check.
Walter goes stealthily as well. It can't hurt.
3 successes.
Oh,
I will
Pretty
also
solid.
try to go stealthy and
You said dexterity stealth?
yeah, my short term memory.
Okay.
So I get
Dexterity and stealth.
And since I have my Oblivion side active, I'm keeping my heightened senses on my hearing.
Oh, thank God, that's much better. 2 successes.
Oh my gosh. No way.
All right. As you all are, I assume that you all are making your way towards the factories as well, unless you all wish to go a different rate. All right. As you all begin.
At least it wasn't
Why
a
are you
bestial
laughing? What
fair,
happened?
right?
It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. As you all are making your way forward, those of you with the heightened senses for your hearing, which I think is just Sebastian, you roll me a wits awareness to see how well you can pick out multiple sounds. And you can add your heightened senses dice to this.
Yay! Makes us a lot of dice. May it not fail me. Ooh, 6 successes, no crit.
Okay, 6 successes. It's very faint, as you can kind of hear the melodic or methodic hammering of metal in one of the factories, but you can just barely pick out what is like a hushed conversation, seemingly between two people. You can't pick out the words exactly, but it sounds to you that they're having some sort of argument.
He's gonna like quietly motion to be quiet and then just point in the direction and goes, I hear talking.
Then Walt's gonna do his best to hide under the circumstances.
He's
Okay.
hide behind the little telephone. He's hiding behind like the little stop sign pole.
He got one success on this stealth roll, so
You're doing your best.
We're gonna give him a really big cardboard box to hide under.
I'm gonna solid snake it. I respect it.
All right. What about Anash Tansy? You, Nosh, you see this as well, to be clear.
See Walt or
You see Sebastian say quiet and point in a direction.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and maintain that stealth and look over in the direction that Sebastian is pointing.
Okay. And as you see, you can see that there is a kind of a tall warehouse-like building. There is a single black door that is pointing toward you, and roll me what's awareness to see if what else you can pick out while looking at it.
We're all looking at it.
However, is looking in that direction. If you don't want to be looking, then you don't have to.
Oh, Walt's definitely looking.
Oh,
Do we get to add anything onto it because of the
if
heightened
you
sense of sight?
have a heightened senses for sight, yes, you would get to add your aspects dice.
Sweet.
Your aspects value in dice.
Okay, so just one.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
Okay.
Running out of dice.
4 successes.
4 successes.
So awareness.
So close to being a bunch of 10s. It's like 9,
Wow.
9, 9.
5 successes with a crit from Walt.
Yeah, Walt.
All right. So in order, Walt, you managed to pick out 3 kind of figures that seem to be moving on what you would guess to be like some sort of the kind of scaffolding that is usually found in like a warehouse style, factory style building. You can tell immediately, partially due to your unique hunting habits, that one of them is an animal of some sort, probably about the size of a dog, maybe a wolf. You aren't too sure. And the other 2 figures seem to be having a what you guess to be some sort of conversation, as they seem to be kind of pacing back and forth before stopping and looking at each other and then pacing back and forth again. Anash, you pick up most of that. You can see the 2 shadows of the 2 people as are walking around up there, but you aren't sure what they are doing. Sebastian, yours 4 successes. You pick up the same as well. Although with your Oblivion side giving you a bit more of a hint through the darkness, you can tell that they seem to be holding something. It looks to be like maybe 6 or so inches long in their hands. And then how much did you roll, Tansy?
I got 2 successes.
You can barely make out the shadow. Looks like maybe a person might be moving, or maybe something's moving. You aren't 100% sure.
2 people and a dog, man.
Walt's gonna whisper that.
I'm gonna move in closer with Anash. See if I can find a open entrance. Or just something that's open.
The door you see is in front of you, but it is closed. There are plenty of windows around if you wish to try that, or you could try to, go around the entire building and see if there's something different there.
The windows, I'm guessing, are all glass windows, right?
They are indeed. They are the ones that kind of open like pushing out. So from your perspective, you'd have to find a way to kind of pull them toward you.
Might try to circle around the building and see if I can find something else.
All right. Anash is circling the building. Sebastian, Walt, and Tansy?
Doing that, can I would like to roll for I would like to check. I would like to do where the shroud thins and see how thin the shroud is in this place.
Ooh, all right. I have not seen this power used in a bit, so let me pull up the chart
I
for.
have to do a rouse check, and then it's wits plus oblivion. It is in Cults of the Blood Gods, page 205.
All right.
Tansy's gonna bring
Give
forth Shadow Slimer.
me the rouse check.
That's a 4. I'm at 3.
Mm.
The beast begins to demand blood, Tansy. Man,
And
give
she's
me
gonna
what's
like lose her
oblivion.
shit and go running in trying to eat someone. Ah!
Hmm.
Diablo. If they're Sabat, it's fine. They don't count. They're like thin bloods.
It's
Don't get
true.
mad about that. So wits is 3, and then oblivion. I get another 3. No, one of these has to be another hunger. Oh, okay. This is good. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Beautiful. You are able to determine that the shroud is afraid here. There have been a series of deaths here recently, and you can also tell that someone has been manipulating the shroud here recently.
I'm gonna. Is anyone still close to me? Especially, is Sebastian still close to me, or did he wander off away?
That's entirely up to Sebastian. Sebastian has been eaten by the
I
darkness.
have not. I am thinking.
They were too weak. They were too weak to survive. The darkness has consumed them.
It's gonna be fine. We're just gonna take a walk. It's fine. I think Sebastian's just gonna play this cautiously because he doesn't know who these people are.
Hey, these guys. I think they can do what I can do. Okay, they're like messing with the race, and that's like our thing. And I don't know. I thought maybe you should know.
Oh, that's joyful. He's still got Oblivion side activate, so he's gonna look around to see if he sees any wraiths.
No. And honestly, now that you think about it, it's very strange that you don't. Factories usually have a few spirits of people who've, died here before or suffered some sort of accident here or had some sort of connection to the factory. Usually industrial areas are pretty decent places to find at least 1 or 2 spirits, but you don't see anything.
You know, it's weird. I don't see anything at all.
That is weird. Hey, it's probably a bad idea, but no. I'll wait. I thought maybe I could like. I haven't really done it too much yet, but I thought maybe we could like. I could get a wraith here, and we could like spook them out. Maybe, drive them out, and that would maybe make it easier somehow. I just kind of want to do it. I haven't really thought about the plan. I just kind of want to do it.
You know, why not? Why not? Everything else has gone swimmingly. Why not? Let's summon a wraith and scare the Sabat with it.
Okay, if somebody gets mad at me though, I'm gonna tell them you said I could.
Oh no, absolutely not. We were saying Anush said we could.
Oh, I don't know. I really like Anush. I don't think I can blame him.
Then why are you trying to blame me?
I don't know. I just like Anush and I don't want to blame him.
We'll just say extenuating circumstances.
It had to be done.
It had to be done.
It had to be done. It was the only option.
I sure y'all don't want to wait for Saracen to make his
waves.
way back.
Fire wraith, same difference.
No, wait. This is fine. Okay. So yeah, I have the locket still that I've been wearing from the guy that Sebastian killed yesterday.
Ooh.
Um
Okay.
So I am going to take the nice and shiny chef's knife. Thanks, Walt. And I'm gonna just like, just like a little cut across the palm. It's fine, no big deal. And I'm gonna drip it all over that locket. And I am going to Oh, I think there might be a third thing I need. Hold on, I might not be able to do this with this guy because it.
You would also need an image of the person of some sort.
Oh, I don't have an image of him.
We didn't take a picture on the camera phone before we dispose of the body.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I didn't think I had. This is a problem. This is a problem for me. I didn't think I had.
It's a beat up old. It's a beat up old steel district, right? So if there was one place that you could probably get away with using your aura of decay, it would be this place.
It's true.
But I don't know if it's going to hurt the vampires very much. It's a good lockpick, though.
And it'll and at least we could take down their hideout, right? And I feel like that was part of what we're supposed to do.
We don't even know how many there actually are.
Also true.
See, we don't need dank memes to melt steel beams. We got Pansy for that.
Tansy is the dank meme, okay?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
While Tansy debates her next action, Anosh, you make your way around to the front side of the building, and here you can see there is a larger set of double doors. They seem to be made of probably steel. If you had to guess, they seem to be in decent state of repair. And you see more of the windows. For here on the front end, these windows do not open. What would you like to do?
Can I see through the windows? Does it
Yeah.
no? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see through.
Is it just dark inside? Nothing out of your
It's dark and hard to see, but you can make out kind of what looks to be maybe a steel factory of some sort. You can see kind of the larger drums and things like that, and you can see the kind of smoke where the furnace where the smokestack would go up and then out from where you're standing.
And the only door I can see visible is the big double steel doors, right? There's no smaller individual ones.
Not at this end.
All right. Well, he's gonna try to quietly see if he can pry open one of the windows to try and go in that way. If he doesn't, if he thinks that there isn't any other options for entry, so he feels like opening the giant steel doors may be a little more of a bad idea.
So you want to go with the window instead? Is that correct?
He's gonna try.
All right, give me a dexterity and larceny roll, and I'm going to increase the difficulty by 1 to represent trying to do it quietly.
Okay. Oh, I don't have
So
larceny.
I want 4 successes.
Well, here's
again.
here's hoping that
you got this.
Here's hoping that he rolls 4 successes on 4 dice.
It's possible.
It's true. Oh no!
You can't do nothing right.
No, 1 success. What you manage to do is you manage to take kind of a knife and you manage to get it just underneath kind of where the window meets the seal. And as you begin to kind of force it up, you manage to get it open. But as you do, a part of this window cracks. And you can see the glass begin to kind of get a web crack in it. And you know that if you attempt to push it open further, that glass is going to shatter and just start to kind of fall apart.
Well, at least I didn't break the glass. So there's that. Knowing this and realizing this, he's gonna and he's gonna move on, and he's gonna continue looking around to see if he can find another window that maybe looks like it's maybe partially opened, or another door or something,
That sigh.
until he makes his way
Let's see.
until he makes his way around back to the front.
Poor Noosh.
So
Just
there are plenty of windows that you can try this with. You do know there is another door over by your coterie, but you haven't seen any other doors. Actually, I'll say there is a fire escape ladder that you could attempt that leads you somewhere up on like the second or third kind of not floor but like tier of this building.
Is it within reach? Like, is it already down, or?
Yeah, the ladder is down on the ground. You could climb it if you want it.
Yeah, that seems like a better alternative to cracking windows trying to pry them open.
Okay. And no, so it doesn't take you too much effort to climb. I will say climbing does not break your obfuscate. And as you reach the top, you see up here there is another set of larger windows. This one looks to be about the size that a person could fit through. And these ones also open from inside the factory to the outside.
Now, is there any further like ladders that go up to the top of the roof?
I would say so. Yeah,
So I didn't
that
know
makes
if they
sense
had
to
like a
me.
flat roof with maybe like
It's
anything.
not perfectly flat, but there are sections of it that are flat. There are sections of it that are kind of that slant downward, but then in the middle of that, there is a part that's kind of flat that you could, stand on to like clean windows or something.
Okay, well, I was wondering if there were like windows on the top to like look down through.
From what you standing, you don't know for sure, but it's not
Okay, like,
crazy to think it.
okay. Well, he might climb up and look then.
All
See
right.
if he can find, because he's not seeing anything through these windows, I'm guessing.
You see it that there is a platform that you can tell basically the platform that the people are standing on goes all the way around the building up here. So it's just kind of one scaffolding like thing that crosses all the way around the building. And you can tell that this window that you're looking at does open onto that. But from your position, it's hard for you to see exactly where those people were standing or if they're still standing there or not. So if you opened it, you'd be taking that risk of being noticed.
Okay. Well, I think he's gonna go. I think I'm gonna go up to the roof and see if I can find any windows to kind of look down and get a better view inside with.
Okay. It takes you a few more minutes, but you managed to reach the very top. You do see here there are four skylight windows basically that you can use to look down. Do you have heightened senses or oblivion sight?
I have heightened senses.
Okay.
I had
With
it
your
activated for sound, but I might switch it to sight since I'm trying to look through the windows.
so with your basic vision, it's hard to see anything. It's kind of a lot of dark shadows and things like that. But you're welcome to use your heightened senses if you like.
Sure. Yeah. So what's awareness?
I will say you won't have to make a roll for this. You from your position, nothing's hidden per se. It's just difficult to see. From your position, the people you saw are in front and like to the left, but still underneath you. And you can see that there are three of them. There are two people. One seems to be wearing some kind of longer, like looser fitting clothing. The other seems to be kind of wearing, looks to be like maybe a vest with a kind of a tank top underneath. And then the third one seems to be a dog, but it seems a bit bigger than normal, like maybe like a pit bull of some kind.
Does it look like they're talking to the dog?
No, they seem to be talking
Okay.
to each other.
Okay. Let's say we might have other problems. I was like, please no, not that, not here. Fucking savant. They'll do anything.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I can. I mean, how far down would you say they are from the skylight? That I'm looking at them from.
Maybe a 10, 15 feet drop, maybe. It's
That's not
hard to get
far at
like an
all.
exact math, but yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
seem like it would be. It doesn't
Very
seem like a
far at all.
fall. Assuming you hit the platform and you just fall straight down to the ground, you would
Yeah.
probably be able to make the fall with maybe a little bit of pain.
Well, I might. I might just. I might just ready my 12 gauge for now because I don't want to be jumping down through a damn window alone into a probably Sabat sandwich. There might be more.
All right, then as
But
you
I'm gonna get. I mean, I'm gonna ready my shotgun. But also, I want to go look and see if I can see the others from the roof, maybe down below.
all right, so you go look for your fellow coterie. We are going to take this opportunity to go on a short break. For those of you watching, we'll be back before you know it. But for the rest of us, we're going to take a quick, we'll say 10-minute break. Then we'll get right back at it and see where the story takes them. All right, and we are back. So, as Anash is making their last minute decisions on how they will proceed, Sebastian, Tansy, and Walt, what are you doing?
Walt's just waiting for everybody else. He's the most ignorant in this situation.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Anusha's sort of status report to see what the best next course of action is.
Yes, definitely. He cell today.
Probably most days.
Okay. Well, Anash, you look down and you can see them. They seem to be not doing anything.
Standing there and probably. Well, I was like, can I see if I can overhear any of whatever conversation may be going on? Because I'm assuming they're probably doing more than just standing around looking pretty at each other. Hey,
Or you can try wits awareness to see if you can hear them. You're a good distance off the ground now, so it'll be a little difficult, but you can try.
okay. And I'll, since I'm trying to hear what they're saying, I'll switch over my aspects, heightened senses to hearing. That's not what I want to do. Wrong button. If I wanted to roll with aspects or with heightened senses, would I just roll from heightened senses?
That would. Yeah. No, you there should be when you click on the things, there should be a modifier message that comes up. Just put
I wasn't.
one.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was like a +1 or something.
Yeah, it should give you an extra dice.
Let's see. Well, it doesn't matter because there's only 2 successes.
Better than 0.
You can make out a bit of what they are saying. What kind of conversation are you guys having at the moment?
I mean, Walt wouldn't be talking much.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about
I was
them.
about to say.
I was talking about the guys like.
Oh, for the end?
Yeah.
Ooh, 2 successes. Yeah, it's very difficult since you're trying to hear through the building. But you hear something about a fire, and the other person kind of goes, "No, no idea. Nope. Maybe." That's kind of the parts you pick up.
Sounds like you're talking about our police station.
Maybe there was another fire somewhere.
Maybe they want to light a fire.
Another fire somewhere. And the fire. There's only one fire escape. It's on the back end, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the one you came up. There's nothing that leads down to where they are.
Okay.
To where your coterie is.
Okay. course, I don't have a damn cell phone or anything. Not that I want to use it right now. I don't really have another way to get down there. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go back down around the fire escape and try to see if I can cut them off before they open the big door.
Okay. We'll say through the magic of time control, you do manage to just make it back to them without any real issues.
So, guys, there's two inside. One of them had a
You
dog.
try speaking with silence of death.
Well, I speak a little above the point where
Sure. I allow it.
like,
I will allow it.
but also trying to whisper because not trying to alert whoever. I don't know how good they are at the hearing thing, but yeah. So there's two guys and a dog inside, and I don't really know who they are, what they're here for. They were talking about a fire, and it sounded like I didn't catch a lot, but it sounded like one of them didn't really seem to know what happened with the fire. I'm assuming maybe they were talking about the police station, but I didn't really catch most of it. It's hard to hear. But there's a ladder around back. It's a fire escape. You guys want to use that and go up on the roof, or you can try to get through one of these windows, but they're a little tough to get in.
I found you guys just need. I don't know how to do about a Shabbat or whatever, man.
Okay, so like, here's an idea. Could we like get up on the roof and then like Walt? Could you like, I don't know, like put that bomb, like drop it like from the roof maybe?
It's not that big. It's only big enough to maybe hit somebody in the face.
We can always like go in the front door. Just tell them to, get out. This is ours now. That seems to work sometimes.
Yeah. If you want to go in through the front door,
we could tell them we want to be friends.
All right. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. That could be something you could do.
I mean, I can definitely do that,
You want to go say you want to go get their attention, Walt? Is that what you're saying?
If you guys back me up.
Well, of course we have your back.
Oh, if you're lying, that's even better.
No. No,
Okay.
Tansy's sincere. Tansy has Walt's back.
Well, here I go, guys.
Wouldn't want to sacrifice necessarily, Walt.
Not necessarily.
But Walt's moving. He's gonna go just up to the front door.
Reactivate silence of death. And kind of melt back into the shadows. Did I pop out of invisibility? Do I need to do another rouse check?
Yep. Yeah, when you started talking, you were definitely talking loud enough to be noticed.
Oops. I am
Oh
hungrier.
no!
I am hungrier.
It never
Alright.
goes well.
All right. And Walt, as you approach the door, how would you like to proceed? What would you like to do?
Oh, Walt casually walking by. I'm assuming he sees the two people and dog in front of the building at this point.
They are still up on. If you're just on the ground level, then they're still above you. I would say from this angle, you wouldn't be able to see them anymore.
As he's heading toward them? Okay.
Because you are going closer to the front door. Basically, when you get from where you are to get to the front door, you have to pass underneath where they are in the building. So when you get to the front door, the angle that you would be at, you wouldn't be able to see them through the windows anymore.
Okay, so they literally have they're on the scaffolding. Okay, I thought they were. Okay, I'm with you now. Walt's just gonna knock. Yep.
You knock and no response.
Anybody in there, man?
Spell a charisma and persuasion check.
Ree's trying very hard.
Hold
to
on, let
keep
me
a
throw a
straight
lie
face.
onto it.
This is just generally to see if you can get them to actually want to respond to you.
All right. Charisma and persuasion. You got it. 1 success.
You know, nothing seems to happen.
Roll 20 giveth and roll 20 taketh away.
That's crazy. I mean, I got some good stuff, man. I heard tell this is a good place to unload some of the stash. You know what I'm saying?
Roll manipulation and subterfuge.
Thank you.
Seems legit, you know, walking up to an apparently abandoned building in the middle of a.
Walt heard the good word. I don't know what you want him to do. 4 successes.
After a moment or two, the door does open slightly, and you can see the face of a person who seems to be kind of wearing what looks to be like some sort of white covering on their face. It almost looks kind of like a mask to you, more like a porcelain mask. What's the password?
I see. I'm new on the route. You know, they didn't tell me the password yet. You know, it's first come, first serve basis. You know, I was in the neighborhood. They knew about my hustle. They said to drop by, and if I had good supply, y'all hook me up. You know what I'm saying?
He kind of closes the door again, and you can hear the sound of like of a hushed conversation. And he kind of opens it again. What's this stuff? What's stuff? We were not supposed to talk to people who don't have the password.
Walt holds up one of his little acid balls.
This stuff right here, man. This stuff will send you to the stratosphere, my dude.
Rope manipulation subterfuge you should get in.
You got it.
You're talking about what they are expecting aren't the same, but the words
Oh, he
could
knows.
be the same. So
He knows he's purposefully lying.
The description could work for both of those. So we'll see. We'll see.
You want manipulation subterfuge?
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Stuff can do
Oh,
shit.
no.
Oh no.
2 successes. So I can spend
Awesome
willpower
dice.
which that you can spend a point of willpower to re-roll if you have.
Walt has next to no willpower. Like he doesn't have it.
I may have forgot to mention this. Each time you sleep and wake up, you recover either your composure or resolve and willpower, whichever is higher. But that does not affect aggravated willpower damage. I may have forgotten to mention that.
Well, he's got one, but he won't spend it. He might need it.
He kind of
He
looks
might.
at you and he goes, "Sure, come. You can come in." They open the door.
They open it really wide.
Wide enough for Walt to enter, but not wide enough that Walt can see anybody else when you look into the building.
As Walt walks in, he's like,
I'm just letting you know, I got people in my crew. So if something goes wrong, they're gonna hear about it. Security and all that play.
Sure, make another manipulation and intimidation roll this time.
you got it. He is not an intimidating person, but he's absolutely lying. Wow. Thank you, Dice.
You will
That's
see
just a
as
flat-out
you
fail.
enter, the
God damn.
door closes behind you, and now you can see that one of them seems to be wearing kind of like a very odd looking robe with this kind of weird looking porcelain mask on it. And the other person seems to be wearing kind of like a tank top vest with just kind of basic blue jeans. And then next to them, they have this very large pit bull like dog. And the one wearing the vest looks at you and he goes, "And who sent you?"
Oh, I didn't get their name. You know how it be with all these deals, man. You meet somebody on the block, that came at me looking real. You know how some people be looking a little unfamiliar. You know what I'm saying? You don't exchange a lot of names, but They said, you know, they dropped the location and told me to show up and show them I had good stuff.
Well, manipulation subterfuge.
Absolutely. This is what Walt was born to do.
Well, while Walt's doing this, I'm gonna see if I can swiftly make my way back up to the roof around the back.
Okay.
Three
If you
successes.
attempt to run, you will be.
Well, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna go as fast as I can go while still maintaining the. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Reed. Roll 20, dog.
That is 5 successes.
Roll 20. How you get 2 crits?
He
can I-
looks at you. Oh, sure.
Oh,
You
okay,
from
I
what you
wanna
guys
follow
see, you see Walt enter in, and the door shuts behind him.
Yeah,
20's
I
the
want
boss
to follow
fight.
Anoush up to the roof.
Anusha is still invisible. So what, Anosh, would you tell them that you're leaving?
I might say so. Well, I think I'd already gone invisible. So, I mean, I already told them about the fire escape in the back, but unless they're able to spot me invisible, which I know Sebastian probably can, with void sight. Or although I'm not sure, would void sight?
No,
Oh, okay,
no,
okay.
it's only Auspex.
Oh, okay, okay. Well then,
Well, in that
yeah, I don't.
case, you aren't sure where Anosh is, but you are more than welcome to make that move yourself, Pansy.
Yeah, no, I think I would still want to do that because I know that Anoush told me about it, and I either assume that Anoush is going up there, or I think it's like a decent vantage point for whatever's going to happen next.
All right.
So yeah, I want to
Anosh
try and get
intends
that
to leave.
fire escape to the roof.
Sebastian, you are
been
all by
there
yourself.
One.
Sebastian's going with Tansy.
All right. And while you all are making your move, Walt, you see the two of them kind of look at each other for a moment. And what's your name?
Hey, you know, they call me Cleveland Brown. You know what I'm saying?
And what are you?
What's that supposed to mean, man? I'm an American like everybody else.
And then you see the other guy kind of looks at the first one and goes, should we? I think he's just a regular person. We should probably bury him. We should,
They think he's a normal person.
and then you see the one wearing this kind of weird looking robe and this porcelain mask. He kind of steps forward to you and offers you his hand. Right, come.
Walt's Auspex is still going. So can he get like a glance around the room first? Because you could say he was looking at his surroundings as he was talking.
You look around. The room itself looks, normal. It's an old warehouse. There aren't very many lights in the room. There aren't any, like, the sections where the lights would be seem to have been broken, but it's
Does it
dark
look lived
enough that
in?
you can see each other. Not lived in per se, but it looks like there's been some foot traffic to you. There's some areas where the dust has been kind of disturbed.
How would you rate that level of foot traffic? Like extremely frequent or
It's
just like a few
it's pretty
footsteps in and out?
clear. It's pretty clear there's been a few people coming in and going from this building.
It's common.
All right, man. I understand you got to get your credentials and all that. You know, you can't be too careful in this business.
Walt's gonna like follow along, but he's gonna make it look like he's very nervous and apprehensive about following.
Do you take his hand?
No, he'd have to grab it.
All right, then roll me dexterity and athletics.
This is going to suck.
I said, take my hand.
One success. Ree, every game with you, dog. Every game with you, I can't win nothing.
Four.
Not only did you not win, but
That's 4 successes. That's a lot of successes. That's a lot of successes. Dude. Well, I have some good news. I have some good news. So the margin for the damage doesn't actually matter. But as you attempt to kind of pull away from this person, they reach out and they grab kind of the back of your hand. And as they do, you feel this cold wash over you. And you watch as your hand begins to wither and shrink as you take 2 levels of aggravated damage and a devastating injury. You will be unable to use your hand for a while until you are able to heal.
well, it's like not that
I think
hand.
you're able to heal it.
I mean, how am I gonna mix anything, man? What's that?
That's what you have to say. He's very calm for seeing something impossible, don't you think? And at this point, you all can see from as you all reach the rooftop. So there's actually a small issue for those of you on the roof. The door is on the ground. You all are on the roof. There's a large gap there. So you all will have to figure out a way to go from the roof back to the ground quickly. But from where you're standing,
So I was gonna say like on on the different because I know that before we got to the roof, there's that other catwalk that goes around the building, and there are windows, and there's like no doors coming out from that level, along the like fire escape catwalk that people I don't know who go in and out. It's all just like window access.
yeah, there was a window that could be opened in case
Alright.
of like an emergency or something.
Okay.
Alright, then from your perch, you see Walt's hand begin to kind of just begin to wither away, and you see the two of them as Walt reacts. But it is very clear to you all that Walt does not react in the same manner that a mortal would have reacted, and you figure that if they haven't already figured out that Walt is definitely not a mortal, they will be any moment now. How would you three like to proceed?
Yeah, Walt was too startled to keep his cover.
How far away would you say? I guess we're on the roof right now, so I'm just gonna try to get in through a window on one of the on level like one level down to get to that upper catwalk or whatnot, like on the inside.
All right, so what we'll do, we'll treat this kind of like a round thing. So you will be able to take an action on the next round as you will spend this one kind of rushing down. Tansy and Sebastian, what about you?
Right. So from my position on the roof, we're saying there's like a skylight or something that I can see this happening underneath.
Mm-hmm.
How far down though? Like how approximately?
Hard to guess, but you think between 30 and 40-foot drop if you just jumped straight down.
Okay. I would like to go full like Matrix style Trinity on this and jump through the skylight while I activate aura of or use aura of decay. I'm gonna activate that to try and weaken the skylight and the area around us, and try to jump through and put myself between Walt and this person wearing the mask.
Okay. First, give me the rouse check for Aura of Decay.
Oh, good, that's a 10.
Nice.
Oh, I needed that. It's gonna be real bad otherwise.
That may be an issue. 1 second. I believe, yes, you gain a stain on your humanity, unfortunately, Tansy, as you reach out for the power of oblivion and you feel a part of it stays with you. Because a roll of 1 or 10 on any rouse check for an oblivion power gives you a stain. But the world around you, the metal begins to rot. And I will say you can add a, let me see, I'm thinking a dice to your pool to try and break through the, well, give me a roll your stamina and oblivion. Difficulty 3 to see how well the power takes effect.
Toughness wouldn't help with this at all, would it? With my
Not for this part, no.
Okay, cool. Hey, it figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. All right, so I've got 3 hunger, which is my stamina, and then so oblivion, just another 3. You played nice last
Well, the
time.
difficulty is reduced because the shroud is thin, so you only need 1 success.
All right, so 1, 2, 3 successes.
All right, the ground around you begins to rot. And I will say you can add 3 dice to end a strength and athletics roll to punch through this skylight. See how well you do.
3, we'll just call this hunger, and you said this was a athletics, which is 0, strength 2. One, 2. Oh, that's a crit.
Nice.
3. So hold on. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Right. In that case, I have a bargain for you, Miss Tansy. You can attempt to focus your fall in order to prevent yourself from taking damage. It will be about 2 levels of superficial damage before having, or you can attempt to land in front of Walt, in which case you will take the damage.
Oh yeah, no, I want that epic superhero moment of landing between Walt and the person in the mask. I will take the, I guess it'll just be another 1 point of superficial.
Yes, however, you can rouse for toughness to help you with this if you would like.
Absolutely. Nope, that's a 1.
I mean, you just
Yeah,
get hungrier.
But you are able to negate the damage. I believe you have at least 2 dice of fortitude. So as you come crashing down, you land in front of these two who are kind of staring at you confused, and then at the skylight confused, and then back at both you and Walt, trying to understand exactly what just happened. Sebastian, you see this happen. What would you like to do?
So the area around the person, how dark is it?
That's pretty dark. The skylight crashed, adding more light, which also adds more shadow. So there's plenty to do.
Cool. So I'm gonna rouse for Arms of Airman. I get hungrier, but no stain. And then he is going to use his Wits and Oblivion to grab the figure's hand and that's on Walt and pull it away.
Yeah, go for it. Let's Oblivion. I will give him a 2 dice penalty to avoid it. He's pretty surprised.
Another crit, Ree.
1. It needs to be 2 10s for it to be a crit. So it's not a crit.
Okay.
Not great.
4 successes.
Before they could properly react, the arms, the shadows begin to coalesce and wrap themselves around this first figure's arm and begins to kind of hold it tight. And with that, they are going to act. So the first one, who's this man in this vest, is going to pull this long-looking blade that kind of looks like a machete, and he is going to take a swing at you with that, Tansy. And he's actually going to rouse the blood. Does not get hungrier. All right. So Tansy.
Yeah, so how does that work when if you rouse the blood to like boost your stats, to like boost your attributes or traits? It's just like 1 point per rouse, or
It's based on your blood potency.
oh, okay. So if like blood potency 1 is 1 point, blood potency 2 is 2, etc.
It's not exactly like that, but basically there's a chart that will show you. So Tansy, how would you like to respond? You could attempt to dodge this attack. You could attempt to attack yourself. How would you like to handle it?
I would. This isn't good. Does my aura of decay have any effect on this knife that he's wielding at me?
Not at the moment, but now that it's kind of in your aura, you figure that it'll probably be weakened over time.
Okay, cool. In that case, I want to attempt to intimidate him somehow. I would like to. I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna take a. Would I understand? Okay. So Dai has a theory about what this mask is. Would Tansy have any sort of idea about why a kindred would be wearing a mask to cover their face completely?
At the moment, you don't, but if you would like, you can attempt to kind of figure it out, and I'll let you roll. But you would be taking the attack directly, as you're kind of focusing on that for the moment.
What is my health at? No. All right. Fine. We're gonna try to dodge this. Was that Dex?
Dex Athletics.
All right, that's 1 die. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Oh, it's 1 success. Thankfully.
All right, that's 1 versus 7 successes.
Yeah, this isn't good.
So you attempt to move, but you're just too slow, and you feel this blade slash into your shoulder, and it hurts. So that will be a total of 9 damage, which will be halved to 4. And I believe you still have toughness up. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good. Now I have to remember, because I think toughness halves before toughness affects before the halving. But let me double check. Before, so it goes, so it's 9 gets reduced to 7, and then 7 gets cut in half to 3.5, or around that down to 3. So you take 3 points of superficial damage as this blade. It looks like it's gonna be enough to completely sever the arm, but as it makes contact with your hardened skin, it gets stopped maybe about halfway through, and it hurts, but it's not as bad as it could have been.
Does it get
I
stuck?
want to be sure that I'm doing this right, because right now it looks like I have completely. It's all. I don't have any full health right now. It's all the half lines. Like I've taken all the superficial damage I can take, right?
What were you at before the attack?
I had 2 superficial, and then I had 1, 2, 3, 4 full health.
So if you had 2 superficial before, you should have a total of 5 superficial, and you have a total of 6 health. So you should still have 1. You should only have 5 of 6 health affected.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Just making sure I'm tracking this right on my character sheet. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the little slashes, and then 1 full one.
Yeah. If you
Okay,
had
cool.
2 to start with, then took 3. Yep.
right.
The other one is going to attempt to break free of the arms of Ahriman. Because Shadow Person is not fighting fairly. Let go of Song Bomb. Actually, they're gonna rouse the blood for this, and let's see, do they get hungrier? They do get hungrier. You see them kind of begin to kind of snarl and bare their fangs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Would you like to take? Would you like to roll me another Wit Oblivion check, Sebastian?
Sure. You know what? I'm gonna rouse my wit. And I don't get any hungrier.
On
Now,
the
is it a
gifts of the blood.
temporary boost when you rouse it, or
No, I will let it stay for the entire scene.
okay?
You just can't rouse the same stat multiple times.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
7 with a crit.
It's 1. He rolled 3. So you see him beginning to kind of reach down and try and rip at the shadows, but you can see that the shadows themselves are not fully substantial. They're not fully, he's not able to fully pull at them, and as a result, he's unable to break free. And with that, is there anything you would like to do, Anosh? You are now reaching this second floor window. You can see that the battle has begun with Tansy standing in front of Walt with a very large machete-like blade being kind of cut into their shoulder.
Well, stealth's out the window, so he's. Can he get through the window? Can he get through the window and I don't want to say get close enough to do anything?
You could, I would say, you could make that a part of your action, sure. You will take a bit of damage from the fall. You'll take 1 superficial from the fall.
Oh, that's fine. Not worried
Okay.
about that. Yeah, yeah, not worried about that. 1 superficial is not really anything to be concerned about at the moment.
Then you jump through this window. Who are you attempting to attack?
So I feel like maybe I want to go after Mr. Yeah, I got after Mr. Machete guy. But I'm gonna draw my sword and try to take a bite out of crime with that.
Okay, I will say jumping through the window, drawing a sword, and attacking. You can do, but subtract 1 dice from the pool total.
That's fine. If I have specialties in bladed weapons, does that add extra dice? I can't remember what specialties did exactly.
Specialty gives you +1 dice, so
okay,
you get
so
a dice and lose a dice.
So it's negated. Okay, that's fine. That means I don't have to do anything special with the with the thing here. Okay. So let's see what we can. Oh, and let's rouse the blood first too. So let's rouse the blood for dexterity, which will. Yeah. Is there a way to add that in temporarily, or I guess I could just change it?
There should just be a modifier button when you try to roll.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Let's see if I get hungrier. Nope, no hungrier. So that's good. So let's do melee dex. 5 successes.
Okay. Let me think. Did they have? No. All right. So with 5 successes, what's your weapon again? What type is it?
It's a heavy melee, so broadsword category. So +3.
Yeah, +3. Okay. So that will be a total. I will say they took the opportunity to attack before. They did not attempt to dodge anything, so they won't be able to. So that will be a total of just 8 damage, which will be halved. But you managed to get a good slash down their back. You cut through some of this kind of robe-like material they're wearing and get a good slash into the almost right where the spine is. As you finish your kind of roll into the building. All right, and with that, everyone, we will be using a two in out situation here. So you all will get one more round, and if necessary, there will be another round after that. So we just start back at the top, really. Walt, you see this happening around you. Knives are being pulled and people are being cut. What would you like to do?
Walt's gonna just try to get back. He knows better because he is not the best at combat. He's gonna try and get some distance.
Okay. You're trying to be able to move to kind of hide behind some of the older metal pieces, basically, from the old factory.
Is it possible to attempt to rouse his blood to regenerate some of his arm?
You've given me 3 rouse checks to be able to heal 1 aggravated wound this night.
I can't risk that. I can't risk that.
You could still throw with your other hand, right? You know.
Which hand is it?
I would say it's you don't have like ambidextrous or anything. It's your dominant hand would probably
Oh,
what
boy.
you would start.
Yep.
You would lead with. So your ungood hand, your bad hand is 3.
Yep, I was afraid of that. Well, he'll risk it. He
Are you able
can.
to-
He can make another one. He'll. I guess he'll can if this possible in D&D speak to ready in action. He'll ready his corrosive blood. If someone attempts to come after him, he'll attempt to hit them with his corrosive blood and try to deal some damage that way.
The corrosive vitae of blood sorcery does not deal damage. I don't believe to a person. That would be that is a different power.
It destroys objects. So depending on who attacks, we can be getting rid of a machete.
I would say you want to do a cold
Sure.
shot on the
I'll give
machete.
you a chance to do that. I will 100% give you the option to do such a thing.
All right. So that's what Walt's
All
doing.
right.
He's
Tansy,
over here
your
like
turn.
you only need 16 successes.
You got to try something.
All right, Tansy, your turn.
Oh, basically her arm's entirely severed. She is. She's going to look at the dude in the mask and using her working arm, make a grab to try and rip it off while moving backwards to the door.
Complicated. Sure. Strength brawl.
All right. Okay.
Oh, actually, since this is technically a called shot, there will be a 2 dice penalty, I think. Because this is technically a called shot. And those aren't easy.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh well, I can't.
Oh,
do
you
it
subtract
then.
2 you subtract successes.
Oh damn!
So you can still roll it, but you have to
Yeah.
subtract 2 successes.
Well, I would only have 2. I only have 2 dice, so even if I had, so that's not going to work for me.
Unless you crit, then you can get 1 success.
Yeah, no,
it's-
we're
it's
not going to do that.
possible.
Okay, instead, I am going to. All right, I want to roll I want to intimidate them. I'm going to look at them and I'm going to say, this domain, like, it belongs to me and my family and my friends, and you need to get out, and otherwise we're gonna burn this place down.
I'm trying to debate if the way you said that should be a penalty or not.
But Tansy just talks like this.
I mean, it's not very scary, to be honest. I'll be nice and not do that. You can do your choice of charisma or manipulation and intimidation.
All right, so that's 3 for my intimidation. Another 3 for manipulation. Okay. Thank God. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Resume a quick willpower roll. See. 1 success. You see the one in the mask kind of hesitates for a moment as if unsure. But the other one doesn't seem to react. He's still pulling his blade back.
Trying to dislodge it from your shoulder.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Sebastian, your turn.
He's still gonna hold the arm, cause that's what he's doing right now.
Okay, give me another Wits Oblivion roll. We'll see. This will be the DC that the other person has to meet to try and break free.
Well, do you have any weapons? Just curious.
5 successes. I have a dagger.
No, I was asking
See.
Walt.
Asking Walt what?
Do you have any weapons?
He's got his kitchen knife and his blood pot. But
Do you have any skill in firearms at all?
he's got a 1 in firearms. Yep. Exactly.
All right, well,
He ain't a fighter.
The man with the blade
Walt's a
is
lover.
going to attempt to attack Tansy once again. But except for this time, he's gonna activate an ability himself.
Oh boy.
He does not get hungrier. But this time you see him kind of snarl a bit and grip the blade he's holding before bringing it down again. 62.
Are you trying to dodge, Tansy?
You could have dodged, Tansy. Dexterity, athletics.
All right. What? I mean, that's 1. No, it's a 5. So.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He does spend a point of
Oh,
willpower. Did
Well,
you
no,
get
I can't re-roll willpower on a hunger die, right?
Nah, you cannot reroll a hunger die,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
so nope.
Actually, I'm gonna say that he is unable to use willpower on that because I'm gonna say he's at hunger 2, not 1. So we'll say he can't do that. So his successes will stay at 4.
You were
Which is
kind
nice.
and
I'll be
generous
nice
for
to you.
it.
I'll be nice to you.
Oh.
So he does bring the blade down, and at this point, you can begin to see that the blade has started to kind of rust on it, and the tip has become a bit duller than it was before. But with 4 to I believe 0 successes, it's just gonna be straight 7 damage. And this time, when he hits, you can feel that the force behind it is much higher than it was before. And as he's going to use prowess on this, so you will take a total of 8 damage, which will then immediately get transferred to 4 to be cut down. No, it's not, because you have toughness. It'll be 6 cut down to 3. So you take 3 more superficial damage.
Okay, so now I have basically my health is all superficial, and now I have 2 with just the X's, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 with just the slashes.
You
Does
have
that
2
seem
levels of aggravated damage.
okay? Just
You
making
are
sure I'm tracking
attempting
this correctly.
the final death.
He
The other guy's
does
just
look
gonna
kind
try
of
to break
tasty.
Free.
Listen,
It
I'm
does
at
look tasty.
4 hunger, and I've
He
got
looks tasty.
going on. This is bad.
Just saying, he might be tasty.
Can't win for nothing.
Mitch is looking real good right now.
He might be tasty. Just take a bite of the cream. You know?
He is going, the other guy is going to basically just rip the shadows free from his arm. And as he looks around, he kind of looks up at you, Sebastian. And can I have a dexterity and athletics roll from you, please?
So many little sombras to throw on the ground.
Alright, let's see here. It's 1 success.
He rolled 3 successes. As you see,
Ree, why do you want
Black.
to kill us, dog?
as you see black tendrils beginning to reach up from the skylight, they begin to grab or wrap around you. It is our coterie is in trouble. We are going to end our story here for the evening.
What can we do?
So, Thank you all for watching. It appears they are in a little bit of trouble here. But we'll see how they get out of this next time. Hopefully it'll go well for them. But we'll go around and have everybody reintroduce themselves. This time starting with a lovely Di.
Hi, you can find me on Twitter at Dichromaniac, and I look forward to making a new and interesting character here sometime in the very near future on The Price of Power. I love Tansy, but it does not seem that she's long for this world.
Mhm.
Right, next up, Sir Monolith.
Knew I should have gone after Whitey first. That face mask was just asking to be cut. But that was my mistake, and we made our choice. We'll have to see what happens next time. I'm at Sir Monolith on Twitter. That's where you can find me. And yeah, looking forward to see what happens.
All right, next up, the wonderful Urswinger.
Walt did his best, but his best wasn't good enough. Y'all know about my YouTube. Y'all know about me hanging out on Twitch. Y'all know about me being on the Cookout TTRPGs. Y'all know I always be acting a fool. Next caller.
All right, and last but certainly not least, Ari, your turn.
You can find me over at Small Shadow Snack, which is just possums, marsupials, and the occasional project that I am working on. But know that I will get revenge on Ree.
Well, I can be found at Big Dude Ree on all of the socials, so please give us a follow and check back with us next time to see whether or not this story is just going to be a prologue to a future adventure. And with that, good night.